Wednesday morning, Toy Drive underway, and Daniel Clifton is here, the editor of the Picayune, because it is, after all, Picayune Wednesday, along with the Toy Drive. Good morning, Daniel.
Morning. How y'all doing? Everything going all right today?
We're going good, waiting for people to drop off toys for this Toy Drive. And you've got another story about the Toy Drive in the paper this week, don't you?
Right there, front page. Just remind people, if they're out and about today, to come on by either here at Hoff Power or up in Burnett at the square at the KBEY Studios. Bring a toy, bring a cash donation, whatever you've got handy. Go swing by and pick a toy out today and bring it by.
Yeah, and if you haven't had an opportunity to do that today, maybe you've already done it in advance, and if not, you can still go by our sponsor locations and drop off those toys today too. But read all about it in this week's edition of the Picayune, and it's all about Christmas time, putting a smile on a child's face at Christmas. And one of the things I love this time of the year at the Picayune, y'all always put letters to Santa.
Yeah, go around and collect the elementary schools letters to Santa, and it's fun for us too when we type them in.
I look forward to this every year.
Yeah, and the hardest part sometimes is you're typing because you're trying to also, because mentally you're trying to, you want to correct as you go.
Yeah.
But because it changes everything if you correct and there's a proper ink, and so and some of these kids write really well, which is some of the handwriting is beautiful, but other times you're like,
what is this word?
And learn about toys that you never knew existed.
Yeah.
Ask about what a Shopkin is. Go out and look it up.
Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah, and speaking of Santa's letters, we've been reading some letters this morning on our Toy Drive to Santa Claus from the underprivileged kids of America. So those are different. You get those that are just fun to read, and then you got the other ones that are emotional to read. But you can read a bunch of them that y'all have, and they're all local too that you get.
Yes, we go Bertram, Highland Lakes, Spicewood, all over the area.
Yeah. So read those in this week's edition of the Picayune. That's a great story. And we can't forget about this weekend. The hunters are all getting geared up for dove season.
Yeah, starting a second season, they call it. December 19th it starts, or January 7th here in the area, Burnett County, Llano County, central season. Because everybody gets out and excited about the fall season. It starts in like September 1st, and you get out there and it's nice and hot. We're going a different direction this time. We're going a little cooler season.
Yeah.
See, I'd rather be cold and hunt, I think.
I know. Sometimes I'm sitting in that cornfield or the field, it's kind of like you're miserable.
Yeah. And the story you have in about the dove season, does it tell us the good places to go?
It gives ideas. I talked to one of the Sean Oldenberger, who's the dove coordinator, program leader for Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. And because there's not an influx of birds, the birds are already here, he says. He says, and one of the things you see is he's been out to a couple dove leases, and he says he's seen thousands of birds just stacked in there. So the problem is, you still find that where they're feeding and where the water is, and you kind of pick a spot and try to see where they're flying over. But they're in here. They're all over the place. I've seen quite a few doves. Of course, the first day of dove season, they all go somewhere else.
Yeah, they all know. They know.
They're all heading to Meadow Lakes where it's safe.
Read all about it in this week's edition of the Picayune. It's available now. Should be on your doorsteps this morning, but if you're not getting it, tell them how to go about doing that.
You call the front office at 830-693-7152 and get on the list, and then we'll hook you up.
All right, and as always, remember, the Picayune is free! Daniel Clifton, editor of the Picayune, everybody. Thank you, Daniel.
All right, see you later.